G'day viewers, and welcome back to Aussie Backyard Food. And Merry Bloody Christmas. Today, we're making candles. You might have seen in the last episode, we had some wax cappings left over. Well, I've melted those down, and today I'm going to make some Christmas candles out of them. Let's get into it. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that. The key ingredient is the beeswax. So I melted this down and filtered it through an old Singo I find works well. Obviously you're going to need to be a beekeeper and have some excess wax to do this exercise. You're also going to need some small jars to pour your wax into. They'll become a candle and they throw off some nice light into a darkened room. You're going to need some scissors, some skewers, some nuts to weigh your wick down, and just some hemp twine to use as a wick. It's harder than you might think to get the wax into this condition. You've got to boil it up with a few litres of water. That water will absorb a lot of the impurities, but then you've got to pour that through some sort of filter membrane. I use an old Singo I find works quite well. It catches some of the big particles and some of the not so big ones as well. Then your wax will harden on top of the water and separate. It's just a matter of letting that cool down, pouring the water off, and bob's your auntie. That's ready to go. So all I've got to do is have a go at breaking it up. Well, how about that? I've been making candles for a few years now, and as with most things, each time you do it, you refine it, you try something else, something new, and yep, hammer and wax. Beats the hell out of sawing it. I'll give you that for free. Alright, now it's time to remelt our wax, and for that we're just going to use the simple, humble old microwave. Look at that, ready to go. And that smell, it's just amazing. It's honey, it's bees. I feel like when I smell that, I'm sniffing 1,000 flowers. You know what I think is amazing? Just how many candle hours is in this chunk of wax. And you know where that energy comes from. Have a think about it. It comes from the sun. How amazing is that? The sun's energy goes into the plants that produce the flowers. The bees collect that energy, take it back, and they make wax. For every kilo of wax that bees produce, they need to bring back 7 kilos of liquid nectar, flower nectar. So I just think that's amazing. And we can use all that energy when we choose to light a darkened room. Yeah. Blow your mind. Okay. Time for a safety announcement. It's very important whenever you're heating up beeswax, well, any type of wax, to keep half an eye on it, because being wax, it's obviously flammable. So if you overheat it, it's important to have one of these on hand. Safety first, people. Rightio, as you can see, our molten wax, nice and liquefied. Oh, it smells so good. That's the smell that will drift through your house when you burn the candle. Got all our jars ready to go. Half a skewer, piece of twine, weighed down at the bottom with a nut works well, I find. You really do want to make sure that you keep that twine in the center of your jar. It'll just aid with the proper functioning and burning of that candle as the wax disappears and that candle burns down. Well, that's it, pretty much done. Not only for our candles and the rest of our Christmas gifts, of course, jars of honey and jam always go down well with the family and friends. But for our first year as Aussie Backyard Food on YouTube, and I'd sincerely like to thank all of you for tuning in this year, our first year. It's been amazing and really rewarding to get to read some of your comments and messages of support. I'm really enthused and determined to take Aussie Backyard Food further. We've got big plans for 2018. You'll have to stay tuned, of course, to just see what those are. But I'll give you a little bit of an inside scoop. 2018 is going to involve Aussie Backyard Food heading out into the big Aussie backyard and going after some red meat. I've been honing my hunting skills, and it should be interesting one way or another. Anyway, thanks again. Merry Christmas.